What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Quinn Builds review. Today we are looking at set number 75357, the Ghost and Phantom 2. So I did not get to build the very first one. Hallie actually got to build it, and she built it very recently. So I'm very excited to kind of check in with her and see what the differences are and see how much better this one is than that one, because I built this one, so it's got to be better. The build was fun. It was good. I liked it. I had a good time, and it felt like it came together really, really quickly for 1,300 pieces. It's a pretty solid sized build, and it came together really, really fast. It took me about almost 3 hours, I'd say. I liked building the Phantom first. Like, that was really fun and like had a lot of fun stickers on it. Alrighty, so we're looking at a 10 plus set here. So you should expect it to be a little on the easier side. I like when there are larger pieces being put together, unlike the Harry Potter. That was all tiny pieces, so it's not as technical, it's not as difficult to put together. But I will say, on a downside to this particular set, was every time you needed to build something over here, the whole thing fell forward. When you needed to build something over here, the whole thing tipped over. It's very off balanced, but when you're building stuff in the middle, it's great. But when you're building stuff on one side, it usually messes up the other side. And you're doing a lot of symmetry in the set, so like you're doing the same thing on both sides, and if you screw up one side, then it's probably going to knock the other side off, or your big meaty claws are going to knock something off on the other side when it tilts. So that was like my one downside of the build itself. But other than that, it came together really, really fast. I was on bag 10, and like nothing seemed like it was done. I was like, there's only 3 bags left, and I feel like the whole ship is not done. And then in those 3 bags, boom, just like that, the whole thing, the whole top was done. All these nice little colored details were completed. Happened right before my eyes. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about the stickers. There were a lot of stickers in this set. I personally felt like we could have maybe gotten a printed piece for the Phantom. That would have been kind of cool to have that, but ultimately there were 2 sticker pads, which is a lot of stickers, and a lot of it was like mundane stuff, like not exciting stickers like we saw in Yavin 4 or in other previous sets. Like, they were just like added gray. It's like, hey, we need to add that Star Wars gray into this, so here it is, and like, here's your vent and your escape pod thing. I don't know. Either way, the stickers were really boring, and if anything, take away from the set, because I'm bad at putting them on. If you're good at putting them on, good for you. I despise you. I can't do it. It's all, and I think it ruins just about every Lego set that I build. Move on to the interior. The interior is huge. Felt like they made enough room for an extremely large character from Rebels, Zeb, and then they didn't put him in the set, which stinks. But there is a lot of playability here. With it being a 10 plus set, that's great. We love to see some good playability. You can really set up some fun scenes on the inside of this set. It's very wide. It's very encompassing of the ship, without taking away from the outside. So the ship doesn't look that much bigger than the original. Next up, we're going to talk about the minifigures, where we fell short and where we ended up on top. We're going to start with the most boring one, and that is First Officer Hawkins. We're a crazy figure. Got a unique torso. The legs are plain. The hair we've seen on 100 other figures. I feel like I've seen this figure at the bottom of a bin at a yard sale at least 5 times. Light blue arms are cool, but ultimately nothing to write home about. Next up, we've got Tenant Beta, but he's definitely better. We've got a nice Mon Calamari head. We love those calamari heads. And then we also have some printed legs, a unique torso to him. This is definitely a standout fig in the set. Next, we've got young Jason Syndulla, who I actually originally thought was like a young Ezra Bridger when I first saw the set, but clearly I was wrong. He also has some nice light blue arms, a unique torso. Sure if this is a new hair print? Let me know in the comments if this is a new hairstyle. Ultimately, he's a cool fig. He's a cool youngster. It's always good to get new characters. The collection. The next two, I'm trying to debate on what I should do last. I think it's obvious. I'm going to talk about Hera first. This Hera is awesome. We've got unique leg printing, a unique torso, a brand new Hera helmet, and a brand new face print. Everything about her is unique. Everything about her is amazing. I cannot tell which one I like better, this one or the original. Honestly, this one might take the cake. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love the printing or hair. Is it hair or is it tentacles? Now, let me know in the comments what things are because I'm not really sure what we would call that. Lastly, the war criminal himself, we got ourselves a brand new chopper. So this chopper is different than the other one. We've got a lighter gray feeties, a new print on the body, and I think it's the same print, the original one on the head. I'm not positive. But ultimately, I love Chopper. I love the figure. I love having him in the collection. He's going right up on the wall immediately. It was bad enough that Zeb wasn't a part of it, but if they left out Chopper, I think there would be riots in the streets. And that brings me to my next point of there were some characters that we were missing. Ezra, Kanan, Zeb. These are all crucial characters to this ship that I felt we could have added. There's only 5 figures. One wasn't going to kill them. I've thrown in a brand new Zeb in the blue uniform to match everybody else's blue. I'd have had a new Kanan with a new face print to show that he's blind. A number of these variations would have been absolutely awesome. They had a Thrawn thrown in there. I don't know. There's a lot of characters that just got left behind, and that is a little disappointing. Hera and the Chopper, they put me over the edge of enjoying the figures. So, overall, we've got an awesome build. I'm happy that the Phantom did come with the Ghost this time, and it wasn't a separate add-on. That was a nice addition. Figures are good. There are definitely some missing, but ultimately, I'm going to go ahead and give this set I think a 7 out of 10. You know what? No. I think I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8 because there are a lot of great qualities to this set and I just didn't feel right. It didn't sit right with me when I said 7. Didn't sit right, didn't like it. It's an awesome set. I really recommend you get it. Let me know in the comments what you felt was your favorite part of the build and make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell. As always, a big old toot de les more from me and good night.